There comes a moment in everyone's life when the noise fades, when the crowd disappears, when the excuses run out, and you're left alone with one powerful question. If this was my final chapter, how would I write it? Most people live like they have unlimited pages, unlimited tomorrows, unlimited chances, but life doesn't promise sequels. It only guarantees this moment. And the truth is, the final chapter isn't written at the end of your life. It's written in the decisions you make today. Some people reach their final chapter filled with regret. They regret the risks they didn't take, the words they didn't say, the dreams they kept postponing, the love they were too afraid to express. They lived safely. They played small. They waited for the right time, but the right time never came. Don't let that be your story. Imagine yourself years from now, older, wiser, slower. You look back at this exact moment, today. What will you see? Will you see someone who hesitated or someone who fought? Will you see fear winning or courage rising? Because right now, you are not in the middle of your story. You are writing your final chapter with every action you take. And the final chapter should be powerful. It should be bold. It should be unforgettable. Maybe this season feels like the end. Maybe something broke. Maybe someone left. Maybe you failed. Maybe life hit harder than you expected. But listen carefully. Every great story has a breaking point. When everything seems lost, when the hero is wounded, when darkness takes over. That's not the end. That's the turning point. Your pain is not the conclusion, it's the plot twist. The final chapter is not about perfection, it's about transformation. It's about the person who was doubted, finally believing in themselves. It's about the person who was rejected, finally choosing themselves. It's about the person who was broken, finally rebuilding stronger than ever. Your final chapter isn't about proving the world wrong, it's about proving yourself right. You don't need everyone to understand your journey. You don't need applause. You don't need validation. When the book closes, the only opinion that will matter is yours. Did you try? Did you grow? Did you love deeply? Did you forgive? Did you rise when it was easier to quit? Because quitting writes a quiet ending, but resilience writes a legendary one. One day, you will walk away from your struggles. One day, the pain you feel right now will be a memory. One day, the nights you cried will be proof of your strength, and you'll realize you survived everything that tried to end you. You outgrew what once broke you. You became someone your past self would admire. That's the final chapter worth writing. So stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the perfect conditions. Write your final chapter with boldness. Start the business. Send the message. Forgive yourself. Leave what drains you. Chase what excites you. Speak your truth. If today was the last page, would you be proud of how you lived it? If not, change it right now, because the pen is still in your hand. The final chapter is not about how long you lived, it's about how deeply you lived. Not about how many people knew your name, but how many lives you touched. Not about how safe you played, but how brave you became. So when your story reaches its final line, let it say, they faced fear and moved forward anyway. They fell, but refused to stay down. They turned pain into purpose. They lived. Make your final chapter so powerful that even the beginning of your story would be proud of how it ends. This is your life. This is your moment. Pick up the pen and write a chapter the world will never forget.